welcome to the all-new 782 podcast. All right, welcome Dave Casey to the all-new 782 podcast.
Thanks, mate. Thank you, Ben Atkinson.
Could possibly be the first podcast.
And the last.
Yeah, true that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going back racing.
Yes.
Let's talk cars.
Yeah, we're going to Sandown 500 with the supercars in the Torana for Touring Car Masters.
That's
the
right.
782 Torana.
Yeah, so look, there's a whole bunch to talk about there, but let's skip backwards real quick about some of your credentials. Tell our people who you are, some of the other cars that you've raced.
Yeah,
give me some history.
Dave Casey. I've done Super Utes, Stadium Super Trucks, had, carts and buggies all through my life and that.
And an ambassador for Rare Spares and Rocky Nats.
So
the
Rocky
face of Rocky Nats, as some might say.
Oh, they just like the mullet, mate. The mud
He's
flap.
better from the back.
Yeah. Rocky Nats 04 there, we were the ambassador, so for Rare Spares and for Rocky Nats. So, yeah, that was a pretty big privilege to have, and it's good because, it's the biggest, probably the biggest event in our town now, apart from Beef Week, but it's every 3 years, but we don't want to talk about cows, so. So to be the ambassador for that, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, you should be. So we kind of connected on that level, I guess, because I'm a Rocky boy, grew up in Rockhampton myself as a kid and pulling skids in all them streets and all that, and then went back to Rocky Nats, and that was really the first place we caught up.
Yeah, obviously I've been following you guys online and just in awe of the shop and your presence online and that, and as soon as I seen you were coming, because you put that ad out, you're saying you're coming to Rocky Nats, and I think I started tagging you and stuff. We had a bit of a chat.
Yeah, you did. I guess that's, to fast track the evolution of how we've put together a Torana to go racing in. It really stems from that, I suppose. For me, it was just this sort of organic connection, I suppose, that you did dig the brand and you were very supportive of it, and I like that and appreciate it.
Come to the Burson's meet or something
the
week, the couple
you did,
days before it, and then we got chatting. Cool. Yeah,
it was good. It was cool. Yeah. I hadn't been to that show. I don't really go back to Rocky ever since my family moved back down here to the Gold Coast. I left Rocky in 94, so it was a really cool way to go back to Rocky and see it in all its glory. And
my wife was born in 94. So.
Oh yeah, good reminder. Thanks for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a cool way to go back and see Rocky in all its glory again, and that was my good memories of Rocky, was all the car shit we used to get up to, hanging out at the Mobile,
everyone sort of got
drag racing at the igloos and all that stuff before your time, man. But that was our days, So but it was kind of just a cool synergy, and we connected through that a little bit, and you kept pitching me all this 4x4 jive, which is a big part of your world. No, that's cool. But it was like, find something that represents the brand and we'll go racing. We'll go do something. And then it sort of dialed into this Camaro started floating around. I'm like, I feel that. Like I can do Camaros. And then, it got sold, and then this Torana popped up, and it's sort of a silver. So it's an LHL34.
Yeah. And you got a bit of a sort of a soft spot for him there with your, the story with telling on the story.
Well, that kind of evolved after the Torana. You came to me with the Torana. That all just synced really perfectly, because I've still got to be brand conscious of the fit and all of those things. And you've come at me, and there's this, blue LH Torana, and we're like, we can get down with the Torana. This is cool. Let's work on this. So
synergy there.
We grabbed Maddie, our in-house graphic artist, and started designing it up and played in all our red, white, and silvers and our normal colours and shit that we roll. And we got a bit stuck on it, and I was like, I've got this picture of this Torana that my dad and his mate bought back in the late 70s. My dad had an XB Falcon hardtop, and they drove it to Sandown, and they bought a spare race car and drove it back to Adelaide, and he would tell me about how the cops followed him all the way and all this stuff, because it was a side exhaust and all this shit. monster of a thing. And so I dug those photos out to use as a starting point of a race car for yourself.
Yeah.
And then that sort of so it was a Bill Patterson race car, so we themed it and sort of took that style design and did this retro mix of our own, which was really fun, and it made sense, and it suited your style.
Yeah, like the colour,
suited the colour combos. Yeah. We banged a big Aussie flag on the roof, and Dave Casey up the sides, like the General Lee, which is our little American twist that we have as well, but it's all you, super Aussie, which Australia. Is also what I love about you. You know, I always, in my world, I only thought this the other day. I'm all like, because, you know, we deal with blue collar people, is what I always say. You know, that's our world. Our dudes are super humble, regular, real dudes, and
with the money.
You can wear a white shirt, man. I'm not going to bash you for it.
Yeah, but
most of our people are blue.
Your target market.
Yeah, they're just regular, hardworking dudes that are. Dig their cars and pack them away and have might have a few and have some cool collections, and they're the dudes you can't pick out of a crowd. They're just super regular cats, and I dig that. But I thought the other day, I always sort of use that blue collar thing, but I'm like, fuck that. We are a no collar crew. And I get this when we do ads and stuff. I get people commenting about how I dress. Yeah, you know, and it's like. I didn't do all this to wear a collar and
grow a mullet.
To people shaking So, but that's our people, and I guess when you say you're an ambassador for Rare Spares, I guess you also fit our brand, and you're our type of people as well, man. We're all just regular, and at the end of the day, you just want to go racing, and I'm all for everyone just living their best life, and I love that. I'd do it for every single person if I could. I can't, but
you get 1,000 bloody
I'd love
proposals
to but I love it, and we've done a few things along the way. We've sponsored, Tim Zhu was somebody we sponsored for many years from his very start, and I love that. And I always said, we're not a sponsor, we're just a supporter. I want him to see him live his dream, and he's done amazing. And same as Nikita, we sponsored, and Shannon O'Connell, and we had the TA2 race car that James Simpson was running that we got involved with for a while, and we had the HQ in the Touring Car Masters a while ago before that we were involved with Darren Beale. He left that to pursue his modelling career, and he got caught up doing other things. So but it's been fun. That's all fun, and this is just more fun for us too. And it's a good way to go slap a brand on the car and
let's
get
some
racing.
Exposure out there, and
all you got to do is come first, because that's what we do.
Well, this episode ain't going out, is it?
You'll work out how the relationship goes as to what episode it comes out at. If it's episode number 1, we killed it.
101. She's gone bad.
Yeah. So that's exciting though, man. I'm down to get it done. You head off in a week or so, do you, to go down and give it a lap?
We're going to do a test day in it, obviously, because they're fairly different to anything I've ever driven before. Yeah. So I'm really keen to learn that aspect of it, like those sort of cars, obviously heavily horse-powered, small tyre, so they're going to obviously bait them up pretty well, and just the whole geometry in that will be very different to what I've driven before. So I'm pretty keen. No different
to your Kingswood Ute.
Oh, yeah, I'll throw that thing around. And but I don't think I'd be too scared to drive that thing over bloody 100k an hour, let alone 200.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, she's got a bit of rust in her, so.
That's all right.
Yeah, but keen to get my head around it and get in the thing, and just let the mullet fly, mate. See how we go. Yeah.
Well, only high expectations from us, so you'll be fine.
It's all good, man. I've had plenty of high expectations from sponsors in the past, so
Oh, look, we'll just we'll just keep it fun, man. That's what we'll do. We'll fly down and come down and come to the race and get involved in it, and
obviously
and cheer you on and have a bit of fun.
You're not a race car driver if you don't want to go out there and fucking do the best you can. Oh, sorry, I swore on here, but
that's fucking all right.
We'll be pushing pretty hard, but new to the category, see how we go. We're just going to put our head down and try and do the best we can.
Yeah. And then what's next? Because you jump back out of that and you're back in the Utes, and that's home.
Yeah, well, I've done it for a fair while now, and we're going to do Bathurst and Goldie, so particularly thank you to all like the Rocky-based businesses that have backed me for that.
Yeah, I see a lot of that.
Yeah.
I see that in your socials, which is nice. And
actually, a massive shout out to everyone on the post. It'll probably this won't go out for a few weeks, but I released the announcement last night that we're going back racing, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone and their nice words and encouragement and support that they've written on there, and it's good to see that we still got a lot of followers and that. So yeah, appreciate that.
Rocky's a funny place like that. I ran out of streets in that town and peeled out to the Goldie,
Yeah.
But I've always been a bit of not a city boy. I love the Gold, and I love the Gold Coast. Like it's right for me.
Yeah, I love it too.
But Rocky breeds good people, and I've always said that, man. Like forever.
Yeah.
Even when I left there and and came down and started a new world down here and everything, I've always said Rocky breeds good people, and it's that small town shit, man. Yeah. Like they'll back you, and it's cool that the businesses are backing you, and Rocky's like this funny little blip on the map that is the city of the country.
Yeah.
To me, like everybody comes into Rocky, and I used to feel like everyone coming to Rocky, and that was their city to them. And
like you talking like Western.
Yeah, all the countries surrounding country, all the small towns would come to Rocky to go to the city.
Yeah,
and I was always like, I would go to Brisbane or every second week.
Yeah. Just wanted to get
to
out.
go. Yeah. Had a little different streak in me, but look, it breeds good people, man, and it's cool that they're backing you and supporting you, and we're proud to be doing it as well, bro.
Yeah, cheers, man. Like, I think this is only our third or fourth time in actual face-to-face conversation.
It's third, today. Yeah, that's right. So,
like, we obviously communicate a lot via phone and whatnot, but actual face-to-face stuff.
Yeah,
it's third time.
And next time I'll see you, we'll be at the racetrack.
Yeah. So hopefully it's the start of a long-term relationship or friendship. Not
relationship.
But,
no, that's right. Well, it's cool. That's important to me for all my stuff, man, is that like all my staff and all my people, and they've got to be great at what they do and great people as well to
actually,
get in
I
the
will
circle.
say that everyone within this business are all top blokes, mate. Like, I've only seen them twice now, and I already talk to them on social media and get along with them really well. So I think you've got a good eye for choosing good people, mate.
Yeah, geez, that's another podcast in itself. I think that side of it. But it was nice to see when you did put that post out. I saw my guys commenting on it as well, and checking in with you. And it's all we're a funny little family, man. We live in a bubble down here.
Yeah, it's great.
So. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I live a fortunate life, and and I want to
make everyone feel a part of it.
Yeah. And I like to see everybody living their best lives. So,
actually, for all the Rocky people watching this, obviously you come down to the Gold Coast a fair few times. I really highly recommend you come and have a look at 782. While they're in auction, because it's not only that, like the memorabilia and your Big Benny's diner, it is an actual tourist attraction for car enthusiasts. So it's just an awesome place, and that's why I loved it, man. Like, got on board. And
I do, a lot of the stuff that I love out of that is there's a lot of free stuff here, like for people to come in and have an experience. And like today we had a message to my PA who. She went to uni with a chick who's now a teacher at a school, and said that one of the kids at school loves 782 and all this stuff, and they're going to book week or something tomorrow, and he's wearing his 782 shirt and his hat and everything.
Yeah, right.
So and apparently he's knows Ricky, one of our detailers, and lives in his street. So I called Ricky and I'm like, "What are you doing, man?" And he was driving around. I'm like, "Come down the shop for me." And he came down and we picked out all this merch and got him all this drip, put it in a box, and gave it to Ricky to take home this afternoon to give to his kid to do his book week thing tomorrow. But I dig that we are an influencer in the car culture of Australia.
Yep. Definitely.
And we're breeding more car people, and it's a healthy hobby, and it's
for the future generations.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm very aware that you know, our business runs off this very bottom of the cup, this 3%.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of other people that would like to be involved, and then there's this top of the cup of people that, you know, the kids and stuff now that are going to come through in years and grow up and find that, you know, hey, you know, it's that whole smoke tires, not drugs deal, you know, like,
for sure, man.
And it sounds corny and everything, but it's real, and it's a healthy hobby.
Yep.
And every kid I ever see that grows up with a dad that has brought their kid up in a car world,
he's usually a good person.
Yeah, they're just good kids, man. They're 100%, healthy mind, got a hobby, got a passion.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a big part of my world, so I encourage and support that, obviously.
Yeah, that's great, man.
But yeah. Cool, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming in, having a chat with us, and we will.
I feel like, you know, I'm getting on This Is Your Life show, you know.
Yeah. We didn't cry about nothing, so I didn't ask the right questions.
Well, where's your book, you know? You got
yeah. Well, yeah, cool, brother. Well, I appreciate it, man, and I guess next time I see you, we'll be on the track. Yeah.
Cool. Right. Cheers, mate.
All right, brother. Cheers, man. Thanks.
No worries.